Hey guys, well I got me a final on my NASCAR group build. Before I unveil that, I just wanted to say a few words about the recent passing of Chris Cortell, YouTube channel Classic Plastic 101. And I don't really know Chris. I've never really talked to Chris. I've watched a lot of his videos, very helpful. He did a lot with very little. And what I mean by that is he maximized the use of his tools and he maximized the use of his products better than anybody I've ever seen. I mean, he was a budget conscious builder that maximized every single resource he had. But that being said, when I first came on YouTube to do videos, I had been watching YouTube for a long time. He was one of the ones I watched all the time. But when I first came on YouTube, what struck me, I'm not a YouTuber per se. I do like posting my builds and getting feedback. I love trying to learn, and some of the guys that are out there, they've been out there for a long time, they're willing to share. Chris was one of those, and I'm very thankful for that because they made me better. But that being said, you know, when I first started, what struck me very clearly was how much of a family this model building community is on YouTube. Everybody talks to one another. You know, my wife, I've mentioned this before, my wife is on a bunch of forums, and they're ruthless. But I've barely had a negative comment on any model that I've ever built. Everybody's supportive, positive with one another, sharing, and all in an effort to make this hobby that we all love grow. And Chris was a, dare I say, forefather of that. He was one of the first on YouTube. And that's why I continue to share, is that I want to be a part of that family. I want to be a part of this community. And my YouTube videos aren't very good, but I do like to share and get feedback and be a part of the community. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm very sad that Chris passed away. I want to send out prayers to his family. Godspeed, my man. Rest in peace. I also wanted to address a question that surfaced from Rusty Rods. He asked, he said, what's your favorite tool? Well, I ebb and flow and waffle when it comes to favorite tools because I love them all. My airbrushes, my hobby knives, my tweezers, and all that stuff. But I have to say that one tool is so useful that I can't bear not mentioning it, and that's these glass files right here. They're in 3 grades. I got them upside down, unfortunately. How did I do that? These are from Infinity. But they're really good, handy tools to have. And you have a super fine. And where these become very useful is when you cut off your pieces from the sprue. And once you cut them off from the sprue, it always leaves a little nub. And traditionally, before these came along, I had always used the tip of my knife and scraped that off, but always left grooves. Well, when you use these, you don't use grooves. You don't leave grooves. So you start with a medium, then go to fine, then you go to the super fine. And when you do the super fine, it buffs the plastic to the point where you don't even know it was there. And I use these a lot on every model. and I highly recommend that you get a set of these. These are awesome. All right, now on to the model. So finished up my NASCAR group build, and there she sits. That's what I came up with. First thing off, I love the simplicity of the paint job. I love how white and red, it's just so simple, it's awesome. Wheels, they came from a company by the name of, sorry if I'm getting you out of frame, but I'm reaching for a product here. Come from here, Plastic Performance, based on recommendation from Mark Batson. They are perfect. Their spec is perfect for this type of car, and the Holman Moody hubcaps on it came out great. Those are also from the same company, Plastic Performance Products. Great company, and these wheels are perfect. What you'll see on the inside is a photo etch gear shift. I did photo etch 5-point harness from, and both of those are from Future Attractions. Great products. I also put photo etch on the dash. Let's see if you can see that. With the gauge set. The seat came out of the 1985 Monogram Monte Carlo, the actual Darrell Waltrip one, but any one of them will work. Pardon me. The fire bottle, I didn't like the fire bottle that came with the kit, so I also used that fire bottle out of that Monogram kit. Decals are from the kit. The hood pins, I took them off and basically used the decals because I like the smooth finish. Got a little spot there. Let's turn it around a little bit. I used photo etch, the photo etch spoiler. Let's see, what else did I do? Photo etch the straps on the back. There you can see, you can get a better look at the fire bottle. And then hood, you'll notice a lot of grease stains. I wanted to make it look like it ran. I'm gonna pop the hood off. I don't have the air cleaner on it, but pop the hood off and did some detailing underneath the hood with the wiring, and that came out great. Really can't complain about the kit in any way, shape, or form. It was a monster to get this chassis into this body. That was a tight fit. I kept breaking parts off. I kept, using some choice words. Very frustrating, but we got her. What else can I say about it? The other thing I did is I used some photo etch for this piece right here. But I wanted it to look like it ran, so I did oil staining all over the car. I also did some soot staining down here around the muffler, around the exhaust. But all in all, pretty good build. Very happy with it. And now I'm going to move on to the next one, which is the under 1,000 group build. And I'm going to be doing the 69 Nova. I had to switch because it was very difficult to get parts right now for the Baja Bronco. One thing I do want to say before I go, if you have not tried this, this is like the best clear when it comes to hobby clears I've ever tried to use besides 2K. This stuff sprays on perfect. It leaves a nice hard finish. It buffs and sands out very similar to 2K. And the thing I like the most about it, it's cheap and it's super thick. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. but it goes a long way. So the mix ratio that I used in here is 30% clear, 70% leveling thinner. And you'll see it's 30-70. I'm really excited about this. This is a really good alternative if you're really conscious about your health and you don't want to spray the 2K clear. This is a beautiful option. Love this stuff. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna sign off. I hope you guys have a good day. This is Terry. I'm out.